Okay, just make sure you lock this one here as well. So let's just click on there. Oops, I had it before, I think. You might just do Windows like that and click on here. There you go. So that's locked. Now there is some issue with the coordinates, and we'll just have to sort that out later. The important thing is to at least know how to do this topo in a minute, which is the main focus of this at this point. All right, so let's. We will now apply the contours, it says on page 5. So let's do that. Click on this side of massing here. So side of massing, and click on topo surface. I'll just zoom out a bit, doesn't really matter. Alright, so we're still in the side, topo surface, and then we go to select import instance, which is on the following page 6. Shows you how to do that. Select that and just click on here, something that might not be so evident, but you have to just select the link, because you could have more than one link in here. It doesn't know which one you want to do contours from. All right. Click that. Once that happens, you will get that list automatically pop up with all the AutoCAD layers in there. So you just check none and only check the contours majors and the minors. So we're going to use those to drape a surface. All right. So go OK. And now basically what it's done is gone through and created a whole lot of points in here, the little points, those things on the contours. And that's fine, we don't have to worry about that. Of course, in one of your exercises you went through and highlighted these points and changed them so that they were a different level. We're not going to do that here. That was in the grading exercise. Now what we're going to do is just go through and give this some sort of material. I'm going to go here, and then by clicking there once, then it gives me this little button, little tiny button next to it. Click that, and it comes up with this dialog box, and I want to apply earth material to that. Alright, so it's a matter of just typing earth really, or just scrolling to find it. It'll come up, there's earth there. Unfortunately I don't really like the colour of that. I'll make it a bit different colour. So just click in here and just give it a greenish colour, you know, so you can easily see it. Change the bar there if you want, and go OK. Alright, and then just finish the surface after that. Do another OK there. If we press finish, basically it's created this thing here that is new surface on top of our contours. You can't really tell from this view easily. So we'll just go to the 3D view and you can see what we've done. That's on page 8. So if we go to 3D view, alright, you have to change a few things around, but if you just zoom around, again, can't really see, it's contours mixed up in there as well. But we can change the shading here, the visual style, to be shaded, and then you can see a bit better. Zoom in a bit. Alright, so it's becoming a bit better. Alright, so what we're going to do is also going to go into the visibility graphics, and we're going to turn off the topo from this view. So VV, and go to the imported categories and take that off, so we can tidy that up. And we're going to do the same thing on the ground view, and move the elevation label markers around the surveyed area. So what it means is ground view, do the same thing, VV, go to imported categories, turn that off. And the other thing we're going to do, so we can see, ooh, what have we done? Something disappeared there. Not sure what happened to our, oh yeah, I think I might know what's going on here. We can't see the topo because it's higher up. I'll sort that out in a tick. Alright, I'll just undo that because we weren't meant to turn it off from here. The reason it disappeared is because we are looking at the ground floor, of course, and that's not where our survey is. Our survey is actually higher up, like 11 meters up or whatever, 9 meters up. So of course you can't see anything because the top of the surface is higher up. So we won't worry about that because we're not actually going to use the ground floor anyway. We're going to create our own levels. So I'll just continue on with page 8. So we're all the way down to page 8. Type that in there. Alright, so we're down here. All we've got to do is just in ground floor is move the labels around so we can see it in elevation. That's all he was saying really. So let's go back to here. Yeah, if you want to move the elevation labels, it's just a matter of highlighting this without actually selecting anything, just in the white area, and just clicking and dragging. So just zooming out, just have to do it one more time. So you can have it outside your actual area. So that's the east west elevation. You can move this as well to here because the area we're dealing with is bigger than intended earlier. And there should be another one in here somewhere buried. Except one can't see that in a hurry. But it will be around here somewhere. So you might have to just click over roughly around this area here, but trying to get the other ones, it should be around about there. It's picked up two things. One is elevations. There you go. Okay, there it is. It's in there. Here it is. It's just there in my lot. It's just a matter of moving it. Oh no. Now I don't know where it is. I'll just go in there and just see if I can click it and drag it sort of out here a bit, and then we can move it again from up to there. Alright, even the section we can move, but we'll leave that there for now. Alright, so that's been done. Just flick over to page 9, 10. Alright, so now the next thing it says is to add 3 more levels. Problem is you can't do them in this view, and it doesn't actually tell you in the instructions that really in here on page 9. Oh, where did you get to page 20? On page 9 here we should have some instructions that say you should change to maybe south elevation here before you start doing, before you start adding the levels. Should change to maybe south elevation or something like that. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Any elevation or section, in fact. Let's go to south elevation. Okay, so what we've got here, as you can see, we've got the ground floors down here, level 1's up there. We want to be sitting up here somewhere for our building, so we've got to add some new RLs. So let's go to the architecture, go to level, and automatically latches itself to the previous one. So you just have to now what it says here is add 3 more levels as shown below. Alright, so you can type that or go to the tab and rename them to pad, finished floor level, and ceiling. So the areas are whatever 9,150. So you just basically just click somewhere here, come across till it lines up with that. That's 9,300, which is actually one we need. That was a bit of a fluke. But I'll go to the next one. It's only a little bit above that, and click here, line it up, and the next one is, I'm just putting them anywhere at this point, roughly where they would be, but not exactly. Alright, so that's there. Just escape that. Now I'm going to zoom in here and actually fix this up now. This one here, now you might have to, if the numbers are too big, you can just change the scale momentarily to something smaller so you can see them a bit better. Alright, so that's what we're looking at here. Alright, so I want to just click on, now in this case here, I can do one of two things. Turn off, you want to click in here to get the number, actually getting the link. So I can actually turn off selecting links here to be able to select that number. Or I've got to move them out anyway, so I might just click on here, gives me that. and then I can actually click that little dot there and drag them all out together so they're away from that area there. Alright, there. So escape now. So I can go in here now and actually grab the number, hopefully. There you go. So that's should be 9150 in fact. That's where that pad's going to go, I think. Yeah. And the other one is going to be well, it's about a meter too high. It's 9300. Enter that, so it brings it down. And this one here is going to be a ceiling level, a new ceiling level. That's going to see that 12,000, which in fact should be 2.7 above the 9.3 level. Alright, so that's, hopefully our maths are right there. So that's what we've got now. You can change this back to, whatever you want, 1 to 100, 1 to 50. Alright, so that's done that. They're still called level 1, level 2, 3 and 4, so we'll just keep going. It says to rename them. So we haven't done the renaming. So the renaming can be done either over here or up here. If I change it here, we're going to call, sorry, not that one, that's level 1. This one here is going to be, I should have done it before I changed the scale. I must set it back again to 20. Alright, here we go. Still, it's a bit too close, but anyway, I'll change the level 2 to be, what do we say it was going to be? Pad level. So pad is that one. Yeah. Do you want to rename the corresponding views? Which means, do you want to rename the ones over the left here in the project browser? Yes. So that one's called pad now. Another thing you can do with these ones here is click this little zigzag line here, and that drops it down, so it's away from the other one. And you can click this one here as well and change the little, and you can, that one goes down, but I can click this dot here and bring it back up, so they're not on top of each other. Alright. So, there's a little, I can't do it now because I've done it, but I can show you on this one. Click on a straight line, and it gives you a little zigzag line there, little break line. You can click on that. We won't do it to that one, but yeah, that's how you do it. And then you can use a little dot like here to move it up and down. So this one here we're going to call finished floor level, FFL. Alright. Yes, I want to rename the corresponding. So that's my FFL there. And then I'm going to go here and just click on that one. And this one's going to be my ceiling. Enter, yes, rename it. Alright, so basically that should have happened on the left hand side there. And if we flick onto page 10 or 20, it says delete ground and level 1 views from the project browser. It's optional, just to clear it up, but do not delete the levels themselves through the view. In other words, don't go deleting, this and this from here, but delete, just to clear this up a bit, you can delete that because we're not going to use that view, and you can delete the level 1. So then right click and press delete, and that just makes that a bit clearer. You might have noticed it's created some structural plans here as well. Don't go in there, we just stick to this area here. They were just created because we added some new levels in. I'll change this back to 1:100 now. Okay, there they are. Alright, so now it says here we've got to insert the house on the finished floor level view, which means we have to go onto that view. So finished floor level, that'll be this one here. Don't go to the site, just minimize this so that don't actually interfere too much. So all you want is the floor plans and the elevations and sections. So finished floor level view. Alright. This is where our house is going to go on.